Okay, we are live from the Newtown Athletic Club right outside the pipes leading to the women's locker room. We'll fix that beforehand. Most unpredictable Facebook Live ever for the NAC. 15 minutes ago, we thought we were going to have to cancel it because the women's locker room was literally flooded. Long story we'll tell you about when we get there, but let's go take a look. The women's locker room, its grand opening is this Saturday at 10:15, and we're combining it with the Well Lounge. But for those of you that haven't gotten the tour, you bring into this area here where we have a water purifying station. You can see the lovely pendant lighting that we have here. Our architect, if you want to spin around, Hervé Lavoie, who designed that, is here this evening, came in. World-renowned architect, considered the first or second best in the industry. I'm going to give you the best. It specializes in fitness clubs. You can see the lounge area here when you come in, the furniture, the beautiful renderings there. This is the relaxation area when you first come in. So if you're waiting to do your class or waiting for one of your friends to get changed or something, to go out to do something, here's where you'll wait. As you come in, you see this. I think you wouldn't find this in many locker rooms anywhere, let alone in a health club. I honestly believe this will be the finest women's changing. We're trying to come up with a different name than locker room in the entire global fitness industry. Let me just take you down to the lockers first. The size of this locker room is 2.5 sizes bigger than the old women's original locker room. So we heard you when you said you didn't have enough space. This gives you an example of the locker. You can see it's very spacious, has hanging racks on it. It's got a port down the bottom to charge your phone. Every single locker has this. We have, I think, 2.5 times more lockers than we did in the old women's locker room. So there'll be plenty of spots for you to put your clothing. As you go down here, you can see there's just rows and rows. And one other thing I wanted to draw your attention to, we offset the lockers so that each bank intersects the other open bank. It gives you more privacy as opposed to having them butt up against each other. If you can see at the end of the aisles, you've got mirrors there for you if you just need a quick peek at your makeup or hair or whatever. But if you really want to get into it, over here to the right, we have these separate makeup stations that I think women will enjoy. You have 3 mirrors here, the 2 little mirrors, and then you have individual ones here on this side over here. So with the hair dryer and the separate makeup mirror. By the way, this was all put together by our female staff at the NAC. I can't take any credit for it. I really don't know what women do in the locker room, but they're the ones that came up with this. There's 3 mirrors here, so you can stand in there and kind of get take a look at everything. Front, back, right there. Over here to the left, you have some sink areas. You can see the beautiful tile that was designed by our architectural firm, Olson Lavoie. Beautiful. I mean, we shared no expense. Look at the ceiling up here. You can see it just, by the way, these are 9-foot ceilings. We got as much height into it as we could so you wouldn't feel pressed down in a locker room space. Here we added 2 private changing rooms. There's one there and one here. You can see for somebody that wants to get changed privately quickly, just, you go in here, a nice mirror, bench. See, so we thought of that too for people that like that feature. And then we get to the big selling point, I think, of the whole thing. Though this is beautiful. If you scan down there, you could see the opening, the glass to the women's sauna. And that is a salt sauna, okay? We'll be one of the few handful of clubs in the world that actually has a salt sauna. We'll get to that on our tour here. Over here, you've got your bathrooms, 5 or 6 there. You can see the nice doors on there. Come across, you have more sinks. Your suit mates, dry your bathing suit, a scale there. Some showers here to your right. There's 4 over here. And then there's 7 more on this side. So there's 11 showers in total. This is the sauna. You can take a peek in here if you could. You can see how beautiful this is with the wood and the salt. And keep an eye on that. I want to tell you a little bit about that. They had in there some statistics on that. It boosts your immunity, the salt sauna. It decreases your chance of getting sick, expands your lung capacity, helps to increase oxygen flow and lung function, reduces symptoms of allergies, asthma, and respiratory issues. So that's what the purpose of the salt sauna is. To the left here, you have the steam room. This is what flooded out earlier, so we're not going to take you in there. But there's glass tile in there, 2 seating levels. It's beautiful. And unfortunately, because of COVID restrictions, that won't be able to open up Saturday anyway. The sauna will be. Here's an example of the showers. Right here, you can see you have your seating area out here. You have all the attachments that the women ask for I guess for their hair, whatever the heck they do with that. But you can see it's we spare no expense. So I guess there'll be curtains in there as well. They just haven't hooked them up as of yet. You can see the hooks. But we've got over 50% more showers in this locker room than we did in the old one. So that was a complaint, was that there wasn't enough showers. There was a wait. And the other thing was the bathrooms. We have plenty more bathrooms and showers than we used to. So that gives you an idea of the locker room. Again, this is the way down there for different bathroom facilities. We couldn't be more pleased with the way this turned out. It took longer. There's no question about that. I mean, with COVID, it probably took another 6 months. So it's been over a year now. Part of that problem was, just getting people to work here during the COVID. But this Saturday will be the opening as well as the well lounge, which we'll get to a little bit later. So that is some statistics here. There's 7 makeup stations, 2 private changing rooms. We have a bunch of double sinks, 7 bathrooms. There was 5. There used to be 7 showers. Now there's 11. So we're happy as heck. I know for the men out there, you're probably wondering, wow, they got this beautiful sauna and steam room and we have nothing. Well, you're right. As of now, you do. But that's because the women took the old men's locker room, which is where the sauna and steam room was. What's going to happen now is, I think about April 15th, we'll reopen the old men's locker room with those features, the sauna and steam for the men. We'll open up the rampway that goes up into there. And what we'll do is we'll, in the meantime, refurbish them somewhat. It's going to be temporary. It's probably going to be 5 or 6 months, I'm hoping, till we get back on our feet, where we have the funds to finish that locker room to make it similar to this facility and to match the men's locker room. Honestly, it's probably a $2 million project, so that's why we can't start it right away. And frankly, I think the men would like to get back to the steam and sauna. Oh, by the way, the same rule applies. The steam room in there won't be able to be used again for a little while until that COVID restriction is lifted. So that is the story on the locker room. I do want to mention a shout out to Mike Williams. Mike Williams, for those of you that haven't seen him, been asking, was one of our housekeeping employees that has worked here forever, sustained an injury a few months ago, has been out. I just wanted to give a shout out to him and let you guys, all the people that have been asking for him, the men's locker room people, that Mike is doing well. And he stopped by today and we gave him a little something to help him out. And he'll be back in about 2 or 3 months. Let's, now we're going to go up to the upstairs. We're going to go to the well lounge, I believe. But before the well lounge, we're going to stop in the hallway up there so I can go over what's going on. Oh, I got a mask up. By the way, I didn't have the mask on because nobody's in here but Lindsay, me, and Taylor, who's hiding in the corner there right now. Let me get this on. So let's take a walk up the steps. By the way, just a couple things as we walk up there. The club right now is probably at 70% of what it used to be. pre-COVID. So we're getting slowly back. When we first opened up, we were probably 50. So we're getting back there. And honestly, the last couple of weeks have never been busier. This was the first night I've pulled in here, and the last parking lot was starting, the last bay of parking space was starting to get used again. It's the first time I've seen that in a while. If you haven't noticed, this stairwell wasn't here back when pre-COVID. We rearranged to come down into the fitness center. Let's take a walk up these steps, and we'll talk about the 3 studios up here we're working on. If you take a look at this tile here, this is going to be on the floor. This is going to extend, and we're starting this all the way across, hopefully in the next week or 2. So this floor is unfinished. We have to level it out. And then we'll, once it's leveled out, we'll be able to put this tile down so there'll be a nice walkway. And our facility staff is going to paint this either white or black so that it doesn't have that, that horrible look to it. Over here we have the TechnoGym, which is, we have it all squared off because we haven't gotten to that point. As you know, TechnoGym's over to the right. Now when you first come in, this shutdown has now allowed us to re-look at these spaces and take another look at, is that exactly what we want? So in terms of TechnoGym, right now it's going to be here, the BarreLab there, and of course the spin, which is down the end, is still scheduled. But what we're asking you folks, the members, if you have any suggestions or thoughts or ideas, because this is still not too late to change anything. In fact, that's why our architect Hervé's in. One, he wanted to see the finished product on the well lounge and also the women's locker room, but we're rediscussing this area. So if you have any input, please get back to us, either email us, stop at the front desk, tell the program desk, Melissa, Denise, Taylor, the whole staff here, Casey. It's not too late to change things. That's one good thing about, if there is a good thing about a delay, is you get to relook at stuff. But if you look, this down here where Pulse is and the mind-body area, this will all connect into this beautiful studio concept that I believe was going to revolutionize the industry. This will be, by the way, this will all be open viewing too, so it won't be walls here. You'll be looking through. This will be right here, the BarreLab. This is all glass. This is all glass that you'll see through. These are quarter walls you'll be able to see through. And then of course, you'll have this tremendous view down there to the fitness center and to the outdoor skate pool complex. So we're excited about this. This is going to link the 2 parts of the club together. Let me just check my notes because they'll be mad at me if I don't say everything. Oh, I know one thing I did want to say. In regards to, well, I said we had 70% activity now, member participation. Today, the governor announced that we can go to 75% capacity. Now, we're so big that it really never was an issue for us, only in the group exercise area. So for you group exercise people, this is big. We could only put 50% of the room capacity in Pulse and the Pilates and the yoga, but now we can go to 75. That means that 60-person Pulse studio, which we only had 30 people, will now go to 45. So it'll allow more people to be in the class, so it'll be easier so you won't get shut out. And, we'll probably try to avoid being in the gym if we more often, because we'll be able to have that bigger classroom. Now, certainly with the popularity of the GroupEx and what a phenomenal job that GroupEx team is doing, by the way, I don't even think 45 will be enough some of the times for some of the bigger Zumba classes and so on and so forth. But at least we know that we can put more people in. And the other thing, we're going to be adding more to the class schedule. And I do want to say one other thing too, because over the years, I always feel that the GroupEx has never got, and the mind body and the yoga have never gotten the acclaim they should do. I will tell you, the staff we have now have been a delight. And not for me, because I'm not actively involved really day to day. I hear about it sometimes, but my management staff and our frontline employees have never spoken more highly and have been more positive about the GroupEx, my body, the instructors I'm talking about now, what a phenomenal job they've done. Casey Gordon has done a phenomenal job helping them, but the bottom line is our GroupEx is tremendous now. And they're enthusiastic, they're team players. In 40 years, it's the best group I think we've ever had. And I just wanted to publicly thank them. And I know our members love them to death. And we're going to keep getting better, because we're always looking for new instructors too. So kudos to Casey and her team of great instructors. Let's walk over to the Well Lounge and see what we got going over there. We'll come back to the pool and stuff opening on that as soon as we get through the Well Lounge. So this is a part of the club that Kate Golden has spearheaded here in the last, what's up, buddy?
How you doing?
In the last 3 months or so. We are doing this whole total wellness concept. To enter it, you have to go through right now the TechnoGym from the inside. The outside has its own opening. But TechnoGym will eventually be moving across the hall, and this will be additional for the Well Lounge, okay? But we're going to cut through Techno now. Hey, how's you doing? So you see some of our Techno members. So here we are entering the Well Lounge. And there's some of our Well staff. So there they are, Tracy, Kate, Elena or Alina. There are so many. We got. By the way, these are the people. Tracy and her team. Tracy's the little one in the middle. She's the one that's spearheading it. Kate is the one helping her get it through as the NAC liaison. They've been a pleasure. So positive, so professional, so just happy. Happy people. They're everything. And we're happy to have them here. We're hosting them. It's their business. They run it. Great professionals. And let me tell you some of the things they do. I have to read it off of paper, sorry. Is it here somewhere? What page is it on? Help an old guy out there, Taylor. Oh, here we go. So, you know what's this mask? My glasses fog up with a mask. So, a couple things are going on here. First of all, Tracy Nasser's heading up. Kate Golden's overseeing it for us. What they do is med spa, lasers, injectables, facials, Botox, all the things I need, really. So, and it's actually, go ahead, you walk around and I'll, Lindsay, and I'll talk a little bit more. So they're all the things that are getting done here. They have their grand opening, I think, this Saturday as well. They've been open for a month, and they've been busy as heck. Because apparently this Tracy girl has a big following. So, oh, by the way, this is the entrance from the outside. They haven't gotten their sign yet, their big sign over. But look at some of the stuff they did here. Somebody's spending a lot of money, right? Living wall, whatever the heck you call it. We'll go by, I don't know what you call this stuff. Let's go back this way. All these treatment rooms, you can see the Well Lounge, beautiful. Lindsay's showing you around, I could talk. So anyway, they have just exploded. We didn't even officially open yet, or they didn't open it yet a month ago. They soft opened, and the demand has been incredible. So, you know, I say this is women, but there's men that utilize this too. So you can see how the medical space here. Now, one other thing I did want to tell you about, the wellness area here is owned by a physician, Dr. Seth Altoff, and he will be offering concierge medicine this summer. And if for those of you who don't know what concierge membership is that you could pay a fee each month and have access to a doctor on directly. And I think he's going to take 300 or 400 clients. But this is part of his world, and this is what they do. And now we can combine wellness with fitness, which has always been our dream, have a doctor either remotely or on site, and be able to start creating programs that are more, dealing with the wellness aspect as well as the physical aspect. So we're really excited. Down these steps, by the way, and look at the beautiful lighting there, is the physical therapy area that we had pre-COVID. They're coming back. What's the name? What's their name?
Progressive.
Progressive? Mm-hmm. Progressive Physical Therapy. So they're going to be opening back up on April, May 1st. So they'll be housed downstairs. So that's another thing. You get an injury of some type, you can rehab right here, right below the well lounge here down in the physical therapy. And you can access, I don't know, you probably can't see it, but right through that glass there is the pool. So they have access to the pool for physical therapy and all the other stuff. Do you guys have anything you want to say before we leave?
Come see us.
All right.
Excited to be here.
Yeah. So this Saturday, they're going to have part of the grand opening as well. And then they're going to have a bunch of some events coming up that you can all get invited to. And I'm thinking of getting a little Botox up here. I got this little mark here I want to get rid of. You think you get rid of that? It's been 65 years though. I don't know. All right. Well, thank you. All right. Let's moving along here. So, yeah, they're really doing well, and people love what they're doing. I'm hearing nothing but rave reviews. So let's just real quick go over a couple other things that, and maybe we could go back over here. Big questions we get is when will the resort open? When will Escape open? They're moving the furniture out there as of yesterday. They're going to start filling the pools fairly soon. The idea, as soon as we get our first, we could probably go down here, our first good week, we'll open. I mean, historically, we've opened as early as early April and no later than late April. So we're going to probably be on schedule for the same thing there. In regards to that, I can tell you the changes made by the governor today. Remember last year you couldn't sit at the bar. As of today, you can. There's no curfews on drinks, how late you can get them. So today was a big day in the world of for both restaurants and fitness centers. We're really going to focus hard this year on programming for specific groups. So Friday night, we're going to still do Friday Night Live, where we had the music we historically had, some adult entertainment. We'll probably have the child care open so that people could come. Saturday, we're going to really gear towards families, particularly afternoons. We found in the past that people would pick up and go around 3, 4 o'clock because we weren't really accommodating them with food and things to do for their kids. This year, we're going to do a lot of late afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock, where we have activities and food geared towards families. And then Sunday, we're going to bring the Sunday DJ back. We found that in the past that was really popular. Frankly, the club has found out that we're really going to need to cater to the younger population and families. Not that the older people like me aren't going to have a place. We will. But the bottom line is, of the 70% of the members that came back, it tended to be people that were 50 and younger. So we're going to really have to do a good job making sure they get everything they want. And that takes me to another thing in terms of and I'm going to get off the resort pool, but I'll come back to it in a minute, is our programming now. Our kids' programming upstairs has never been better. And the girl that runs that, let me see, where the heck is that? Come on, Taylor, get in here and show what it is. Oh, Sam Lipoff. Now, I apologize. I don't know all the employees here, but apparently she had gotten involved, I don't know, over the last few months maybe, and they say she is tremendous, and we've never seen more activity in kids programming. It's never been better than since she has taken over here. And apparently she's a dynamo. Thank God, I mean, somebody recognized she was part of the staff here. They gave her a shot, and in all the years we've had kids programs, 20, 25 years, they're saying she is by far the best person we've ever had. It's just incredible. So we have new kids spin classes, Zumba, area yoga, really great things that she's doing. So, I wanted to make a shout out to that as far as kids programs. So we're going to take her and get her to do some things outside during the summer. That's kind of the link there. We're looking to do the full menu and all the things we did in the past. We're in negotiations with a local restaurateur that we're trying to work something out with. We don't want to announce it prematurely, but we do think that we have a great and exciting opportunity that we hope to announce in the next month, where we're going to upgrade our whole food and beverage operation out there. So we're really excited. We think this is going to be the best summer we ever had out there, and I can tell you the demand for it is going to be unbelievable, because people want to get outside, they want to have fun. And even last year during COVID, this was the one bright spot. I can't tell you how many people said to me, this saved our family, it saved our sanity last year when they were able to come here. So we're looking for a big season out there. A couple things that I was supposed to mention that I want to tell you is that just, I guess, this week they brought back the BackGym classes. They're included in the membership. They started today, and these are 45-minute classes led by our personal trainers, and they're on the schedule. And again, free. They're free. And we're talking about people like Ryan Miller, Doug Sharp, Sean Hall. I mean, we've got phenomenal instructors. So if you're not taking advantage of that free programming, you're missing something, because you go to another gym and you'll be paying, $50, $60, $100. Hey, buddy, a class or a session for these type of things, and they're giving it away free. So I would highly encourage you to look onto the schedule to take a look at that. Let me go to some of the questions now. Some people had some questions here. Does summer camp have access to the entire NAC and resort? And the answer to that is absolutely. Last year we had the biggest camp season we ever had. It looks like we're going to have a bigger one this year. The staff and the protocols that we follow are simply the best. We had not one incident of anything happen last year. I think we're the only camp I know of that can say that. And Bree Fenor and her staff, her team, and I know Bree. Sam I don't know well, but Bree I know well, and she is fun. Come on by. You can come by. Bree is phenomenal. She's been here for years. She's tremendous. She's taken over the reins of it from Amanda Sinkler, who's kind of our GM, who floats around all over the place. Hello there, guys. How you doing? And here, you want to get a picture of them? And and we look for another amazing season, the summer camp. I mean, we have the largest summer camp in the area, and we have tremendous protocols and training, and that's what makes our camp so great. The staff is just so well schooled. Try to see some other questions here. The summer camp, we got that, steam room. Grand opening, we set, wrap things up. Okay, somebody asked about the Euro Spa. Okay, and the pool. Somebody asked me today about the pool. Just a minute ago, actually. The indoor pool was supposed to be started last summer. Didn't happen because of COVID. Has been put on hold for now because we just don't have the funding to do it. In regards to what's going to happen next, we're going to do this hallway. We're going to try to work on these rooms. The plan is to try to get this all done by the end of this year, open this all up. Hopefully by the end of probably this fall, start back on the old men's locker room, get them a new steam room and sauna and some more showers. And then when that's done, we'll go to the indoor pool again and hot yoga, which is the old yoga studio. But these three rooms here, it's a couple $1 million in construction. Downstairs, the men's locker room's almost $2 million. The pool area is another $2 million. So you can see it adds up. And frankly, you know, we haven't had the best run here in the last year. We went from a $20 million business to a $12 million business. So it's not like we have a lot of discretionary funds, but I am trying to make it work by taking some things that I own outside the NAC, for instance, a piece of ground across the street that I hope to settle on in 3 months. Once I settle on that, I can take those funds and I plan on using it here. So I'm doing everything that I can to get this done. Frankly, I'm not getting any younger. I'll be 65 this year. And I need to see this completed before, before I'm not here or can't recognize that I'm here, which would even be worse. So the Euro Spa, which is part of the indoor pool design, which is the Euro Spa means the cold water, the hot water spa, the warm water spa, the 3 bodies of water at the end of the pool that we had planned will be done with the indoor pool, which I'm hoping now will start next summer. And why in the summer? Because people that use the pool year round can go outside in the warm weather, so we can close that down in, say, July and August. That's about it for me. I don't know if Taylor has any questions. If not, I can, wrap it up. But they want to see spin? Okay, can we get through there? Oh, well, I guess there's nothing that happened since the last time. Do you want to climb through? Or should we just walk down and take a look at it? Okay, well, the question was about Rev, okay, the cycling studio. It's a little hard to see in this rendering, but these bikes will be on platforms. It's stadium seating, so it goes up. So when you're in the back row, you can elevate it. Out here in the front, there's actually an IMAX screen that runs the length of the wall in the front, and it's curved, just like an IMAX. And it's 10 feet high, and I think I want to say it's 50 feet long or close to it. It will be one of a handful in the world. Now, if COVID hadn't happened, this would have been open, 4 or 5 months ago, sadly. But it did happen, and now we're doing everything we can to get it done. But just the audio and all the things, the sound, the lighting, everything that goes into this thing, that alone is $500,000 worth of stuff that goes into this room. So it's not a cheap room. It's probably per square foot the most expensive part of the club. I only tell you that because if we had it right now, we would do it. But we just aren't. But that is part of what we're trying to get done between now and the end of this year. And God willing, I settle on that piece of ground across the street. That's where the money's going, right into this area here. This is going to be phenomenal. Really, this cycling thing is going to put us at a level that, I don't know where you can go to even find it. I think there's one in Chicago at Midtown, maybe a couple other ones, but there's not many clubs in the world that have the technology and what we're going to do. So that's about it for me. I mean, I think I don't want to bore you. I will tell you, nothing has changed. It's been, this day last year, I did a Facebook Live of my own where it was a Sunday where I announced that we would be closing down for 2 weeks because of the governor, and I felt bad about it because it was that next day, that Monday would have been the first day in 40 years that we actually closed for a day. We never closed for a day. Little did I know that 2 weeks would turn into whatever, a long drawn out period, but that's life and you got to make the best of it. I'm proud of the way our staff has stayed the course and continued to work hard. I think we came out of this a better club than when we went into this COVID thing. We reinvented ourselves. We brought back a lot of new things we introduced. We looked at our programming with kids and improved it. We have an excellent GroupEx. I think it's never been better. Our trainers are wonderful. I mean, the facility other than this spot here, which we're going to fix up, has never been in better shape thanks to my son Jack Worthington and his team. My other club in Horsham, the Horsham Athletic Club, which is overseen by my other son, Jim Worthington, and Donna Vogel, and Kate Golden helped for a while, has never been better. They're doing a phenomenal job. Look, I'm blessed. I've got the greatest staff in the fitness industry. Got Taylor back here, the greatest marketer. Lindsay, the greatest videographer. I got Linda Mitchell here, 42-year employee that's always been by my side. It makes me look good and is the heart of the NAC. Joel's downstairs still. I mean, the team's still here, and we've added some new people to it. So I just want to say this. Thank you to everybody that's come back. To those people that haven't yet, whenever it's right for you, we'll be here for you. There's no rush. I talked to Jack tonight, if anybody remembers Jack, who swims in the pool and hangs out at the cafe. I called him at 5:30 tonight. He's one of our longtime members. He's been driving through the parking lot. He's 70-some years old, hasn't gotten his second shot. Look, he's sad and he hasn't been here, but looking forward to come back. There's so many stories like that of people that are just waiting for them to get their shot and making sure they're safe. And that's exactly what you should do. When it's time, the time's right, we'll be here. And our goal is still to be the #1 club in the world. And I do believe we're awfully close to that. And when we consider this, I will tell you, I'll be the first to say that we are the #1 club in the world. So thanks for tuning in tonight. Appreciate it. If you get a chance, thank my staff. They're the ones that make this thing happen. And thank you to you, the members, because without you guys, we wouldn't even be here. And I appreciate all the support we've gotten over the last year and continue to support us. And I'll tell you, that parking lot's getting busier every day, so thank you.